Good evening, my friends. What is up? Welcome back to Saturday night. Welcome back to ROM Hack Races. I hope you're all feeling really great. Here for another very exciting Super Mario World level. If you're new and you don't know what's going on, well, like I said, we got a new Mario World level. Every Saturday night we have a fresh, never-before-seen Super Mario World Kaizo level raced by some of the best players on Earth, made by some of the coolest makers out there, and watched by some of the coolest people on Twitch. That's you. This week, it's going to be a fun one, and it's going to be a little bit different, maybe. It is week 347 around these parts, and we've got a level from returning ROM Hack Race creator Shadowboxer Sandshrew. They made Pencil Delfino and Water Soluble all the way back in 294, but this week it's 347, and they're here with a level for us tonight, Floating Gauntlet. Now, like I said, the racers don't know what they're in for, but they do have a little bit of info about the level itself in the form of difficulty metrics given to it by the testers who played it throughout the week, and this week's metrics, kind of a different one. This week, it's 5 out of 10 for execution, it's a 4 out of 10 for complexity, and the racers also know that it is a 6-section gauntlet. That means no checkpoints. So we are doing 6 sections. Gauntlet levels typically veer a little more into standard kind of level design, and we'll see how that plays out tonight, but the racers don't know what they're in for just yet. I am GlitchCat. I will be your host, bringing you the play-by-play, and of course we've got some friends behind the scenes helping out. What's up, Dot? We love our trans comrades on the restream, pressing the buttons, making everything look really nice for you. Mason and Mithrillionaire pitched in to help test this level this week. Thank you for that. And scouting all of the racers, we've got 10 signed up, and we have Fen and Citrus Gremlin who are watching all the racers who are not on screen and letting us know who to rotate in if someone is making progress. Hopefully that means we will get to see everybody's clears, and we're all gonna have some fun. We got 10 friends signed up tonight. We got B2DE81, Bunker Games 82, Double Doom, Ender of Games, Endless Ascent, Germdove, Ike SMB, Louis Duce, X Gamer 2009, and You Fail Me. On screen to start us off, B2DE in the upper left, Germdove in the upper right, Double Doom in the lower left, and You Fail Me in the bottom right. So with a gauntlet kind of level, we're going to be talking a lot about the duality, consistency versus one-shots, whether or not the racers can be consistent at obstacles they have already learned, which will get them tries later in the level. That might really come in handy in a long level like this. They really want that consistency. However, with a long level, one-shots, a sight read of a brand new section, are going to matter a lot more, and that might get the racers a little bit of knowledge. Without checkpoints in this level, knowledge is really going to be key. And for a gauntlet, you're really going to want to look for the racers having insight. That is the third pillar of the sort of pyramid of skill that is racing in these levels. They're really going to want insight here. Can they strat out a part fast enough? Can they come up with a consistent strat that will make a difficult section work out for them? Will they understand what is expected of them in any given section? Or maybe, you know, looking at you, Louis Duce, maybe we're going to see some cheese, an unintended strategy, or something out of the blue. So put your hands together, put some emotes in chat, get some hype, and get ready for week 347 in 3, 2, 1, video games. Let's get going. How are you? Also, it's good to see you, chat. I hope you're feeling well. And, oh boy, Vanilla Float Delay Sickos arrive. Okay. What have we got? Okay, we're moving now. So, Vanilla Float Delay, I'll tell you what that means real quick. In Vanilla Super Mario World, when Mario is falling with the cape, if you hold down the jump button, you float very slowly. If you let go of the jump button while you're floating, think of it like a parachute. Let go of the jump button while you're floating, you will start to fall more quickly. In Vanilla Mario World, there is a slight amount of delay between when you let go of the button and when you actually start falling fast. We're going to see that matter a little bit for these racers, and they're going to have to figure out kind of how they want to compensate for that. But we've got Cape, and I'm sure somewhere BK is looking down on us and smiling. We've got a Cape kind of gauntlet, and B2 in the upper right also seems to know their way around a Cape. Yeah, so we've got rooms. Watch for the numbers at the start of the room. Remember, there are 6 sections here with no checkpoint. So watch for the numbers when they get into the room to figure out which room everybody is on. You Fail Me making some huge progress in the lower right, almost getting to section number 2. But B2 right now in the lead, currently working through room number 2 ahead of everybody else right now. But You Fail Me and Ike SMB down here in the lower left-hand corner in the lead right now. This should be pretty self-explanatory in terms of mechanics. If you have questions and you want to learn a little bit more, please feel free to ask. And if you have some emotes to put up to celebrate Om Nom Nom with the resub, please do that as well. Thank you so much for that. B2 maintaining this lead right now with some exquisite one-shots of these sections. Cape has a lot of different abilities, probably one of, if not the most nuanced tech specialization in all of Mario World, and you're really going to see a lot of that come into play here. But a little bit more of a standard kind of obstacle design, which gives the players a little bit of adaptability in terms of how they want to do things. They could hesitate, they could wait, they could try again. Some sections get you moving quickly, some sections are going to have you kind of be able to chill a little bit and look at the path ahead of you, and that's really going to come in handy. B2, though, in the upper left, just absolutely tearing through this right now. Oh, sorry, didn't mean to commentator curse. So deaths are really going to matter here. You Fail Me now doing that same tear. They are on room number 5 down in the lower right-hand corner, working on getting through these extendo blocks, dealing with some of these gray moving platforms. Usually I try to gear the commentary toward folks who maybe don't know as much about Mario World, but these mechanics are pretty self-explanatory. If you have specific questions, please feel free to ask. We're happy to explain whatever it is you want to learn about. You Fail Me, though. Unfortunate death. They managed to get away from that green bean. Yeah, they saw the recovery, but they were not able to make it out of there alive. Just a little bit of a slip. So, like I said, one-shots are going to be huge here because deaths are exceptionally punishing in this kind of level. So we're going to need one-shots to really bring it home, and consistency is really going to matter for these racers, which can be tricky because if you one-shotted a section, are you consistent? You know, could you get it on your first try and then not screw that up again? Sometimes you gotta get lucky on your first attempt, and then the second attempt you're questioning yourself a little bit or thinking like, oh, I know this. You get overconfident, so we'll see how that plays out. But You Fail Me right now, kind of trying to claw back in here. Room number 3, B2 in the upper left, getting back to these very cool fish jumps. You can have these fish right out of the water. They move around a little bit horizontally, then they jump. And you're also going to see these blue and pink on-off coins. When sprites touch those coins, it will flip the state of the on-off blocks. Pink, blue, pink is solid, blue, solid. And you'll see those coins being used throughout the level. But B2 with a little bit of a lead right now, and You Fail Me with the classic consistency getting back. B2 is down, though, and that's going to give You Fail Me in the lower right a chance to kind of keep moving here. They saw what they wanted here before. Yep, they know they want to hit that Kaizo block, take the damage, and B2, or I'm sorry, You Fail Me in the lower right is into the pipe right now, and we've got green beans up at the top of the screen. You might notice that Mario is wrapping around from the bottom to the top of the screen, and unfortunate death there for You Fail Me, but it gives me time to explain the mechanic. If there is a green bean placed right at the top of the ceiling, on the highest block in the sky, and Mario falls into the pit right below that green bean, it's a vanilla property. He will just wrap around the top of the screen. Because the game, you can kind of think of the screen like, in terms of the programming, it's kind of a donut. Even though we see the top and the bottom of the screen as being far away from each other, the programming kind of loops it around, right? Because of code and math and things. Someone with better tech code knowledge could probably explain that better to me. But in fact, this is like a big donut that you're on. So hitting the pit at the bottom of the green bean will loop you around. So watch for that when the players get back to this next section. You're also seeing a couple of cape maneuvers, Germ Dove there in the upper right, using the puffed out cape flying state to destroy enemies. And You Fail Me down there in the lower right, able to spin the pollen from those lava lotuses out of the air. You also see that from Double Doom in the lower left-hand corner, spinning the baseballs. With all those little extended sprites, the baseballs and the pollen, you can flip those out with your cape ability just by pressing either Y or X. Like I said, cape is one of the most nuanced subsets of tech in all of SMW, and there is so much going on with Cape. But I actually really kind of like this one because we're using the float ability of the Cape as well as some flying. And I don't know about you, but when I played Mario World as a kid, I didn't fly at all with the Cape. I used it like a parachute. Just jump and it makes you fall much slower. It's easier to land your jumps. You can use it as a weapon to kind of knock things out of the way. You feel me? Trying to get through this. Yeah, so they want to get through that extendo block and hit that fish. But remember the Cape, excuse me, the Cape float delay. If they're floating and they let go of the button, there's going to be a small amount of delay before they start falling quickly. And they had to time that right with the bounce on the fish to get over and onto that extendo before it blocks the path. You feel me, though, in the lower right. This is a sight read now. You feel me wants as much progress as they can possibly get right exactly here. But not so much this time. And that's going to send them, yeah, all the way back. Watch out for those very punishing deaths. Code and math things is correct. Yeah, that's... Usually that is the answer somehow. Cause computers. Yo, kid, I'm a computer. Looks like B2 in the upper left. Yeah, doing some push-ups with Mario for good luck. And using those crouch jumps to really good effect. When you're big Mario, if you want to be a little smaller when you jump, crouch. You are now 1 tile big instead of 2. But here's that fish obstacle we mentioned before. And that fish and the extendo is a big gatekeeper for these racers right now. They sometimes have a chance to kind of look at the situation and make a move, and other times in this level they have got to one-shot whatever it is that they're dealing with. So watch for that fish extendo obstacle. That's going to be a really tricky one for these racers, and the first player that can get extra consistent at that is going to be able to farm some more attempts at the later sections of the level. Remember, we've got 6 sections here, so watch your back. Ike SMB coming in strong in the upper right-hand corner. Absolutely anybody's game right now, and especially with the lack of checkpoints where deaths are this punishing. One slip up could make all the difference. You feel me? Making it through. There's that fish extendo obstacle I was telling you about. And you feel me? Making it through that with style. Moving on. You feel me? Starting out room number 5 again. Looking to make some progress, but they're down on the spikes. Yike. Yeah, don't worry. We've had some, yeah, no worries. Audio, visual, whatever. Dot, you're doing excellent. And of course, we love our trans comrades. We got B2, Ike, Double Doom, You Fail Me on screen hanging out right now. Looking for a little bit of progress. Right now, You Fail Me kind of taking the lead again. Trying to get that consistency. Trying to get that consistency to get back to that part. They saw what they needed there. They just kind of, slipped. It happens. Double Doom, unfortunate spike though. Oh, yo, so everybody kind of resetting back at the beginning at the same time. Yeah, Ike, trying for those deep runs. We're gonna reload, we're gonna fix some things here. Don't you worry. You won't miss much. B2, Double Doom, Ike, You Fail Me on your screen right now. So yeah, we're looking to get out of room number 4. That would be the big progress move, and any of these racers right now could pull that off on any run. You're seeing with that pokey, if you have flight state, you're able to either damage boost or kill that pokey. So getting P-speed in the hallway leading up to the pokey, and then jumping to fly right before you get to the pokey, so that you kind of hit the ground sliding on your belly with the cape puffed out, and that state makes Mario a lot more powerful and can destroy a lot of different enemies. A little bit of a lead right now for Double Doom. You Feel Me. Unfortunate fish. And Double Doom now kind of pulling out ahead, trying to get through this fish obstacle. Got to take the damage every time they go in the pipe, which means that they have to do every section hitless. if you notice that, right? You don't want to take damage on a baseball or pollen from the lava lotus or something. Yeah, they can't. Yep, they absolutely have to have the cape at the end of the section, or else they will not be able to get through the section at all. So once they've realized that, you might see some racers kind of just jump off an edge or something. Unfortunate death for Double Doom, moving back to section 1. Ike, though, in the lower left, making a big play right now, looking for that room number 5. And Ike also using those crouch jumps to very great effect. That's something I want more people to be aware of. If you're big and you jump and you want to be smaller, just crouch, because now you're 1 block high instead of 2, and that can help you out so much. So watch for those crouch jumps from Ike. And yep, room number 5, we got to get through. But Ike slipping on those green beans. 6 rooms total, so 5 is pretty encouraging. 12 minutes in, we got plenty of time for a big move here. You fail me back again at room number 4. I really like these Gauntlet races because, you know, the level is easy enough, but the deaths get so punishing, and it really puts a different kind of pressure on the race. It's, you know what to do. The obstacles there, it's pretty easy to figure out, but just be perfect. Just simply play perfectly. That's all you must do. So I really like this kind of frantic race to just not screw up. Yo, thank you so much, too, for the resub, MacFly. Thank you very much. All your subs and bits go right back into the ROM Hack Races community, so we can keep bringing you these fine events every week. Ike here in the lower left, though, room number 4. And Ike definitely building up that consistency. They want to get out of this, but can they survive? Fish jump, they got it. Looks like Ike has a pretty good formula for that fish jump and knows how to deal with the vanilla cape delay that we mentioned. Some racers might be a little bit less familiar with that because oftentimes in Kaizo it gets patched out and the float delay is not there, and it's just instant slow fall, or fast fall rather. But here we go, Ike. Looking for that sight read where You Fail Me got taken down earlier. This could be a big moment for Ike. They're playing very cautiously right now. That triple ball and chain. They know they don't want to take damage, and they're really just trying to play carefully. They have a chance to stand here and think about this. Ike sees what they want. P-speed up and through the blocks. Oh, but watch out. They have to be standing on something in order to go in that pipe. And those turn blocks could break, or they could be flipped with the cape and start rotating. In which case you are not able to get through. And Ike, flying up there with a spin jump, which is going to break the blocks once the flight runs out. So Ike now trying to be really super careful and kind of building themselves a little path to get through. Taking the damage, there it is. Smart move. That's what Ike wants, because you become small and you're no longer able to break those blocks. And Ike getting through the first room 6 that we've seen. This could be a huge moment. Oh, and we got it. Oh, there we go. 6 sections, but we didn't know that the 6th section was the ending room, and that big one-shot on the end of room 5 made the difference for Ike tonight. And a sub 15 Ike wrapping up their 75th ROM Hack race, their 9th. First place on the podium tonight, 14:46 for Ike. Very well done, and a super clutch. Like I'm saying, man, those one-shots, when it's all on the line, you got to play calm. I think a little bit of caution there on Ike's part. You notice they were playing it really safe on that triple ball and chain as they were getting into that pipe, and I think that really made the difference for them. You Fail Me, though, trying to clutch it out. Let's see what kind of moves they've got here. Caution is going to be helpful, but You Fail Me has seen this part, so they have an idea about what they want. But that very inspired strat at the end there. Oh, yo, look out. Oh, ho, ho. You Fail Me. Yeah, they read that very well. Probably their first time through, they noticed that. That was a sub 15 for Ike. And let's see if You Fail Me. Do you want the moon? How would you even get that moon? Hey, wait a minute. Wait. You Fail Me with the strong second place just behind Ike. Very, very well done. We're sub 16? Man, You Fail Me completing their 144th ROM hack race, a ton of experience. 1602 for You Fail Me, their 22nd second place. Huge record for You Fail Me, one of the most talented players out there. We got Louis Doucet coming in here in the lower right, looking to round out our first podium tonight. Yeah, you know, I don't know. No one has tried for the moon yet. I wonder if You Fail Me was trying for it and they just kind of accidentally jumped too high. You can't go back down once you've crossed over that rope barrier. It's just a semi-solid platform. You're just stuck up there. But I don't know. I'm looking at that moon visually. I'm not sure how you would sneak under there. Kind of tricky. So Louis Doucet in the lower right coming in here. We're looking for Germdove, X Gamer, or B2. Still up for grabs. Third place on the first podium. And then we'll start our second podium. We've had one, yes. But really, just a kind of a cool, tense atmosphere for this level. You get deeper and deeper in, and you know, like, I'm on a good run. Oh, yeah, I wonder. Yeah, Plasma Snake. I wonder if that... Yeah, actually, to be honest with you, I didn't catch where that feather came from in that final room either. So I think that might be what you have to do, because I'm not sure if, as Big Mario, you could actually crouch and slide that far under there. Like, you would die, but I'm not sure you could even get under there in the first place. So it almost looks like the way to get that moon would be to be small. But actually, you know, I mean, we see a lot of racers going for the moons. I also appreciate when racers are just like, nah, just gonna take it, you know, especially on a level where deaths are so punishing like this. And, you know, you go all the way back. You did the run, you got it, take it. Take the win, it's fine. Moons are an optional responsibility, not a requirement. X Gamer, yo, unfortunate. Room 3 death. Yeah, if there was a closer checkpoint, they might have... It might have been more enticing to go for it, but yeah, with the 5 rooms you have to cross to even get there in the first place, take the win. That's fine. That is fine. We got Bunker Games coming in here in the lower left-hand corner. Bunker and Louis down below. Germdove, B2 up top. Scouts are doing an excellent job tonight, letting us know who's making progress, who might be on a run, and they always do a fantastic job, so we can see everybody's clears and be able to cheer them on. Looking for third on the podium tonight. B2, Germdove, Bunker Games, and Louis. B2, we have got podiums from B2. We've got podiums for Bunker, we've got podiums for Germdove and Louis. So all of these racers right now have made it to a top podium at some point in their race. And I'm saying, you're seeing great players race against other really good players. Don't necessarily be fooled by the times, especially in a level where deaths are this punishing. One death can make the difference, and mechanically speaking, that's not so much. It just happens to cost a lot of time in this one. Well, technically, the final pipe does force you to be small, because you need to spin jump up there. And if you're big and you're spinning, you'll break the block. And so far the racers have recognized that they don't want to break the block right in front of the pipe. You need to be standing on the pipe, or standing on something in order to go in the pipe. That breakable block is the only thing. So the only option really in that case is to take the damage on the muncher, which is a super clever catch, especially from Ike. The first time there when they noticed that, they took a couple of runs at it. But B2 in the upper left. Okay, spike room. B2 with a chance at it. Oh, that's so easy to forget. B2 kind of falling into the pit there. The green bean wraparound trick only works if you're falling into the pit directly below the green bean. But if you're kind of Kaizo brained, like a lot of us, You might be used to ASM that always wraps you around the screen, and sometimes that can get a little bit like, oh yeah, whoops, I had to fall right below the green bean. This isn't always wrapping ASM, so easy mistake to make. I have done it so many times. Louis do say, though, they see what they want. Louis in the right-hand corner trying to kind of sneak out in this green bean. They can get out of here, but they're going to need to land on that gray platform, and unfortunately not this time. B2 looking to get back and correct that mistake. Yo, once again, too, I'm kind of blazing through this commentary tonight. If you don't understand a mechanic, or there's something that you want to learn about, something you're seeing in the level and doesn't make sense, please feel free to ask. I do try to gear my commentary towards people who might not be as familiar with Kaizo as us experts. You know, if there's something you want to learn about, please feel free. I guess I'm kind of assuming most people understand what is going on here for the most part. Germ Dove back again. Oh, yo, Germ Dove trying to get it. These rooms definitely get a little more challenging as time goes on. Room 5 is definitely the trickiest of the bunch. Yeah. And the deeper you get, the more punishing it is, the more time you lose just to get back there, which puts a huge emphasis on one-shots. But Louis do say here, room number 5 for Louis, and they are more than capable of clutching this out. I don't think they've been to this ending yet, so this could be a big moment for Louis. Looking for 3rd on the podium tonight. This would be to get it. Louis, watch out. Now, Louis is, very good at cape, but donuts make fools of us all, don't they? In between those two extendos, a custom donut block, which will fall if you stand on it for too long. And that is it's a little unfortunate there. But Louis is a very, very talented cape player and has done a lot of really fantastic stuff with cape. Their 72-hour Kaizo level design contest level from the last event was a tour de force of cape ability and taught me a bunch of things I had never even seen before. Yeah, you know, and it's tricky too, and that was another good insight from Ike when they got to that part, because Ike recognized the danger of standing on that donut block and immediately pivoted to standing in the middle of those extendos. Although I can understand why, if it's your first time there are two kinds of extendos, and we're actually seeing them in this level. There are extendable, those yellow blocks that go back and forth. I call them extendos. I don't know what you call them. I call them extendos. But there are two types of those. There are ones that extend horizontally only, and there are ones that alternate between extending horizontally and extending vertically. And sometimes those can be used to troll. So my guess maybe is that the racers have also thought, well, standing in the middle of the extendo might be dangerous because it might extend upward and that would kill me. So maybe that's why they didn't immediately go for that. Germ Dove, though, an unfortunate death in room 5. B2 bunker Louis trying to run back there as fast as I can. Double Doom! Oh, just in time. Double Doom! Oh, Double Doom. Yeah, you can't get the moon, but Double Doom for the podium tonight. Man, we have seen some really impressive things. Double Doom wrapping up their 10th ROM hack race, and that is their first 3rd place. In 10 races, they already have 2 podiums. The ever-elusive first has eluded them thus far, but they've got a 2nd and a 3rd under their belt in only 10 races. So I'm really, man, gotta give shout-outs to Double Doom, because they have just blasted right out of the gate here, joined ROM hack races, and have just started ripping it up. Nicely done. Hey, shout outs to the scouts for getting in there just on time. We love to be able to see everybody's clear. And as it turns out, yeah, you're grabbing that feather in the air, and that grabbing that feather prevents you from being able to get the moon. So you gotta not touch the feather, get the moon, and then get the feather. B2 though, looking for first place on the second podium. If they can pull this off, B2. Okay, yeah, B2 hanging out in the middle of that extendo. They're staying safe. Louis Duce also. Now Louis, they see what they want. Oh, geez, Louis sees exactly what they want. Oh, man. Louis just blasted right up there. No hesitation at all. And, oh, yo, Bunker Games. I'm sorry, B2 in the upper left, not too far behind. But Louis into the 6th room. Are they gonna... Oh, they grabbed the cape. Is Louis gonna... Is Louis gonna do the... What are you gonna do, Louis? You gonna go for the win? You can go for the... All right. Louis Duce grabbing the... Oh, maybe they thought they could get down to the moon from above. But in any case, Louis Duce, their 291st ROM hack race, first place on the second podium tonight, aka fourth, but I like to split it up into podiums, so we can say like first place on the first podium, so fourth place would be first place on the second podium. Yeah, I just feel like it's a positive way to spin it. And B2 right behind, yo, that's something to be proud of, man. B2 absolutely matching Louis Duce, a top player. Louis and B2, man, we're seeing great things from both of these friends tonight. B2 DE81. Come on. There you go. I'm a little concerned they're gonna run into the spikes. We don't want that. B2 wrapping up their 194th ROM hack race, second place on the second podium, 5th overall. Excellent work. We got Endless Ascent coming in here. Bunker Games in the lower left, room number 5. Bunker also, yeah, they've learned. Got to move to the pit below the green bean in order to get that wraparound. It will not work below the triple ball and chain. Bunker looking sharp here, getting through that little zigzag path with no crouch even. And, oh, yo, Bunker sees it. All right. Bunker Games, a hop, skip, and a jump away. Bunker Games in the lower left. They're getting in the pipe. Do we get a moon? Someone's... Oh, man. I want to see someone get this moon, man. No moons. It's a cloudy night. We just can't see the moon. Oh, Bunker. Oh, doing a little cape shenanigans to get up there. Oh, wait. Bunker. Are they gonna... No. Are they? Oh, no. Oh, no. Oh, dear. Oh, Bunker Games, that was tragic. The spikes are instant death, and those instant death spikes will kill you after you have grabbed the final orb. X-Gamer down right at the gate, too, at the 5th room, rather. Yeah, Bunker didn't get up on top of the rope, and instead they're just kind of doing some flight to get up there. But unfortunately, that did make them walk right into the death spikes. Unfortunate. Oh, man, jeez. I don't know. I guess that would be a question for our maker, Shadow Boxer Sandshrew, tonight. Give it up for them, making a fun level for us all tonight on this wonderful ROM Hack Races Saturday. I don't, man, yeah, sad day. Oh, jeez. I wondered if those would have been munchers, they would have lived. But those are custom instant death spikes, not part of the original game, but custom instant death, and they will get you after the goal. Yeah, not really. I was gonna say that didn't feel like an intended troll, just kind of a self troll on that one. But that's going to show off Bunker's consistency. They got there once. They know what to do. They know all these parts. Bunker Games, trying to get back there again. I really like to see this Gauntlet level too. You know, a lot of Gauntlet levels are just kind of like very standard. Maybe you get a mushroom or something. But I like the idea of like a cape gauntlet where, you know, all the sections require the use of the cape. And I also, and I know, you know, maybe cape sickos in chat might be a little miffed at me, and I don't mean any shade on this, but I do like to see floating with the cape. Everybody, you know, uses it for really tricky flights. Shout outs to Flips and Gemstones and TJB and BK and Louie, you know, who make these really ridiculously cool flying setups. Flying is the real deal tech. But it's nice to see float being used. I think it's an interesting thing. It provides for a lot of these cool situations where you're zigzagging through obstacles and you're avoiding stuff. Germdove using that crouch jump. Remember I mentioned that crouch jump? We want the crouch jump. Germdove. Okay, did not destroy the block they need. So they still have a shot here. Oh, geez, but the extendos are a little desynced here. Germdove's gonna have to improvise with this timing a little bit to make sure they get the full runway. They got it. Oh, Germdove, how clever, man. Oh, that was really clever, actually. They didn't need to take damage on the Muncher because they just jumped right up onto the little ledge that they made for themselves. Oh, that's very clever. A clever solution for Germdove. Bunker Games getting back to that 5th room, and Germdove wrapping up their 176th ROM hack race. Stellar performance there, Germdove. Very clever on that ending. I like that. Endless Ascent here in the upper left, showing us the power of the Cape Float Kaizo. Yo, rocketing up here tonight. Endless Ascent doing work tonight. Let's go. And Endless, one little cape jump away. Ender of Games in the upper right-hand corner, also making it to the 5th room. Oh, unfortunate for Endless. And it's Ender's turn now. Ooh, yo, Ender of Games. Oh, look out. Oh, the donut. I think that donut caught him by surprise a little bit. Ah, the donut. Hey, if you're having fun, you want to try this level out for yourselves, I highly recommend heading on over to romhackraces.com, our website. You can download this patch plus any of the other patches that we've had for any of our other races. And if you're there and you want to jump on our Discord server, you can do that from the website or just by typing !Discord in chat. We have a vibrant, amazing, fun and kind community where if you'd like to learn a little bit more about Kaizo, if you have ROM hacking questions, gameplay tech questions, looking for hacks to play, ROM hack race levels, you can get them right on the server with the /get level command that Kelgand has so graciously created for us. Anything you need, Kaizo, Mario, we are a great source for that. So if you feel it, jump on the Discord, hang out with us off stream. Kaizo community is strong because we have such kind and strong people in it. Bunker Games, lower left-hand corner, back again at that 5th room. Yeah, now Bunker, you've seen this. You know what's up. Bunker's been around this block before. They know how to do this. So hoping this one is painless for you. Okay, Bunker, no, Bunker, ah! Ah! Shucks. Dang. Man, that post-goal troll really putting in working overtime tonight on Bunker, man. Jeez. They've got the skills to make it back, though. Don't worry. And yo, the sync up. Wow, Endless Ascent and Ender of Games absolutely synced up going into the 3rd room. Play for play right now. Oh man, dude, they're like identical. The 2 Enders. I'm seeing double. 4 Enders. What hack should you play? You're asking me? I'm not one to recommend cursed hacks. But Oh, are you're asking me what hack to play? I mean, do I shamelessly get to say Return to Subcon by Glitch Cat? Or if you wanted, you could even test Return to Subcon 2 by Glitch Cat. Or maybe Vast Minutia by Glitch Cat. or maybe Poop Jump by Team Poop. I had fun with the new hack from Bald Ridge the other night. It's called Buzzed. It's a little 11 exit intermediate hack themed around Buzzy Beetles. That was pretty fun to play. Masterpiece has been really excellent. Everyone's been loving that. I mean, I've been waist deep in Responsible World and expansion of the Combat Zone from Eden. Yeah, but I had fun with Buzzed. It's a quick little intermediate hack, some Buzzy Beetles, themed around Buzzy Beetles, some cool little chocolate mechanics, nice gimmicks. It's a new one, just came out the other day. It's very fun. And Bunker Games, here we go. Watch out, Bunker. Yeah, just take care of yourself out here. Oh, Tortured Souls 2. Oh, Bunker. There we go. You know what? It all worked out in the end. Oh, that post-goal troll, we got a moon. Bunker Games, the only player so far to grab that moon. I think because the only player that was in that room twice, and they saw what to do. Bunker Games wrapping up their 48th ROM hack race, but they get first place on moon percent tonight. The only racer to do that. So an unfortunate goal tape troll, but it did get them a moon. And in the end, isn't that the real victory? I think so. Endless Ascent, Ender of Games, X Gamer 2009, hanging out on your screen right now. Final 3 already? Sheesh. Y'all should drop a follow for these racers so you can go and hang out on their streams. There's a lot of great folks playing Kaizo in our community, and you are one click away from seeing an incredible skills. You've seen incredible skills and very exceptionally kind streamers. I'm always just so absolutely proud of what the Kaizo community manages to do. We are just wonderful, if I may say so myself. Endless Ascent in the upper left, taking their time. Very good. Very good. Using that caution. Yeah, a little bit of caution goes a long way there. Ender down at the goal, but Endless Ascent with a chance to finish it all now in the upper left-hand corner. Yeah, I like this caution. Endless Ascent, just playing it. Don't be hasty. Play it chill. Look at the situation. Wait for your moment. That's a real strength of Gauntlet levels sometimes. Some of them really keep you on your toes, but this level is nicely paced. And it's just gonna allow you to sit, chill, look at the situation, catch your breath, pause, get a drink of water, whatever you gotta do. And don't fall on the donut. Rough. Yeah, sometimes those extendos could be a little out of sync, but I do think it's possible to still recover and actually get the P-speed there. So far, I've seen them get out of sync, but I haven't seen an unwinnable situation. Yeah, they would have been fine. Extendos extend and contract on a cycle, and depending on when they spawn is what would change the cycle a little bit. Ender of Games back again on the 5th room. Loving this consistency, man. They just keep getting tries here. That's what you want to see. And now Ender of Games with a chance to wrap it up. They know about the donut now too, so watch your back. Ender of Games. Oh, Ender of Games. Watch out. Oh, sheesh. Ender's in there, and all right, now just watch out. Just don't touch the spikes. Don't do it. Don't do it. There you go. Ender of Games not touching the spikes like a champ. And Ender's gonna wrap up their 212th ROM hack race. Nicely done. Well played, Ender. Good stuff tonight. Great clears all around, man. I'm telling you, you're seeing great players play against other really strong players. We might get a sub-hour all clear for a tough gauntlet level, man. Execution tonight was a 5 out of 10, so a really nice sweet spot for a gauntlet level. This is really making me think, like, I want to make a gauntlet level. You know what? Maybe I'll do that. Maybe I'll do that this weekend or this week. Maybe I'll make a gauntlet level. I've never made a gauntlet level. Like, I could release it like a single, you know? Just like a level. Just like Glitch Cat's Amazing Gauntlet. And it's got like 50 rooms. His Stork's just one big gauntlet level. I mean, I think it's like spiritually a gauntlet level. Kind of spiritually. Practically speaking, there are other levels. X Gamer and Endless Ascent hanging out here. We're going for the full clear tonight. We schedule 2 hours a week for these broadcasts, but we might not even need it this time around. Which it's all the more reason for you to drop a follow here for us on ROM Hack Races while you're at it. If you haven't already, we have these races every Saturday night with a new level and some familiar friends and the same old fun every time. So hit us up and hang out every week. Watch the races with us. It's always a good time. Unexpected stuff. You never know what you're gonna see, but you know it's gonna kick butt. Tower of Salmon. I like that. I like that. Salmon Tower. Ooh. You know, I always wondered what a Search for Salmon sequel might look like. Ooh, Salmon Tower. Huh. I don't know. That's pretty good. Yeah. Salmon Tower. Oh, or the fish ladder. I know about those. I know how those work. Yeah. Oh, I like Salmon Tower. Yeah. Salmon Tower. Yeah, you got me thinking about Salmon Tower. Oh, man. Oh, I like this. I like Salmon Shredder too. Mmm. You know, Search for Salmon has been out for so long that Mallow's favorite little pre-packaged salmon treats are like extinct. When I made Search for Salmon, his favorite was these little salmon treats for cats that came in a little pre-packaged little envelope, and you take it out and you get like a little bit of salmon for cats. They don't even sell those anymore. They're gone. Poor guy. Sometimes he goes to the cabinet where I used to keep those treats and he just like looks at me and I know what he's thinking. And I'm like, sorry, man. Like, you ate all the salmon in the world. They're extinct, man. They're gone. And then he kind of is just like, oh, everybody's sad. Sometimes Skytree gives him some tuna, which he's okay with tuna. Yeah, but he loved those little salmon packages. He loved those little salmon packages. No more salmon packages. I know it doesn't have that onomatopoeia. I got him a new box today, though, so he's feeling pretty cozy. He's enjoying his new box. Yo, X Gamer, using these crouch jumps I always want to compliment the crouch jump. I think it's really something that you really want to do, especially if you play more standard or easier Kaizos. For standard especially, man, if you're big, crouch jump. Always, always, always. You don't have, I mean, not always, but whatever, but it helps out so much, man. Be smaller. Save your head. Don't bonk on things. Are you tired of bonking on things? One simple trick. Kaizo levels hate it. Just crouch jump and crouch your problems away. Oh, yo, X Gamer. The patented X Gamer pause strat. Oh, yeah, they saw it. They saw what they wanted there. That's a perfect time for them to pause and just take a look. X Gamer, very well known for pausing in those situations. Oh, they can get back up there. Yeah, they got it. Yeah, that was not an unwinnable situation. I don't know if they've solved this yet. And meanwhile, Endless Ascent on the left-hand side, hot on their tail here. There it is. They saw it. No! Oh no! Oh, tragedy. Tragedy has struck our friend X Gamer. Oh, geez, slipping off. You know, it's just like they said in Space Jam. Time keeps on slipping, slipping, slipping into the future. Man, future kind of sucks. We were supposed to have like cool robots and jetpacks, and now we just have bad robots and no jetpacks at all. I was promised I'd be able to go buy CDs on the moon. Endless Ascent, though, seems to have ascended. Let's do it. Oh, yo, Endless Ascent. All right, grabbing the cape. Watch out for those spikes, my friend. Endless Ascent, just a hop, skip, and a jump away. Yeah, we've seen tragedy at this point. Oh, the bravery. Oh my gosh, the bravery, though. No, you know what? Mad respect for that one. Actually, huge respect for that. You can't actually slide under there far enough if you're big, Mario. You need to be small to do that. But wow, they went for it and they got the best possible slide. I think that's just about as far as you could possibly go to get in there. Man, yo, respect for that one. Yeah, that was not a mistake on Endless's part. That was a deliberate attempt at doing something rad. And you know what? They did. They did do something rad. Nicely done. Respect on that one, Endless. That was very good. That was very good. Very bold. A Viking funeral for you. So both racers now know what they want here. We've seen it. Yep, we've seen it from each of them. This is kind of interesting, actually. Both racers have been to the end and like done everything you need to do, and now they just have to get back. So we're seeing a true battle of consistency right now. X Gamer looking to wrap up their 17th ROM hack race. Endless Ascent looking to wrap up their 124th. X Gamer in there first. Oh, yo, oh, Endless Ascent not too far behind. But unfortunate slip in the pit. And oh no! Oh, the tragedies! The tragedies just keep happening. No, you couldn't even clip in. Yeah, clipping is not available on the ROM hack races base ROM. Yeah, in vanilla you might be able to clip and enter that pipe by clipping into the wall below it. Were this vanilla, I definitely would try. I've got my brain in vanilla mechanics right now, playing so much Responsible World. I have to like de-Kaizo myself and remember, oh yeah, vanilla cheeses exist. Like wall clipping into pipes and block dupes and things. Man, tragic though. This ending part's just chomping through these racers tonight, but they've got the determination. Oof, oof, ouch, right in Mario's bones. Man, maybe I will make a Gauntlet level. I like to try to mess around with other styles, you know? Do a different style. Kind of like Weird Al, you know? He writes a lot of different songs in different musical styles. I like trying different level design styles. Maybe a Gauntlet is just what the Dr. Mario ordered. Endless, yeah, being careful here, I like this. Yup, just playing it real cool. Yo, Endless Ascent. I kind of hope they realize that they're not going to be able to grab the moon that way. I'd be sad if they tried that again. Endless. Yeah, there we go, yo. Endless Ascent. Eesh, oh, dude, you scare me, man. Scare me by those spikes there. Endless Ascent for the win. And the moon. You know, every tragedy just leads to a moon, you know? It's a good moon. Good moon for Endless. Nicely done. X Gamer, you know, this isn't even, don't be fooled, because, like, this is a strong time for this level. Don't even be fooled by the timer. Don't be like, oh, they're bad or whatever. They are determined, working hard, and a very, very strong player. So, let's give them a spirit bomb of energy. Put your favorite emotes in chat, and let's cheer on X Gamer here as they're making their way to the finish line. Yo, yeah, Moon Podium. I like that. I like that. I like Moon Podium. Man, y'all are full of great ideas tonight. I do like Moon Podium. Moon Podium also sounds like the name of some like band, like a kind of a vaporwave band. You know, like I'm thinking like the music from like Casio Mario World. You know, can't you just hear it? Moon Podium sounds like a band. Oh, yo, X Gamer getting a little aggro here with these drops. Yeah, they're oh no! Why are you bullying my friend? Sheesh. While we're hanging out here cheering on X Gamer, I just want to cheer on the kind friends and volunteers who make ROM Hack Races possible for us every week. What's up, Dot, on the restream tonight? We love our trans comrades. Thank you for pitching in for that. Mithrillionaire and Mason were testing this level this week. Shadow Boxer Sandshrew making another banger for us. And Fen and Citrus scouting tonight, watching all the racers. We really, really appreciate it. ROM Hack Races thrives because of the hard work of our volunteers, and we really appreciate that effort. Thanks. I hope you're all feeling great and cozy and having a really lovely weekend so far. I know the weather's kind of hot, but I hope you're finding a way to stay cool. Stay as cool as you are. Have a great summer. Don't ever change. Remember all the fun we had in Mrs. Miller's math class. See you at camp this year. Haha. Remember that time with the Pepsi? That was so funny. I'll never forget it. Anyhow, I'm running out of space in your yearbook here, so stay cool. Love, Glitch Cat. Yo, all the low end, thank you so much for the raid. How's it going? How's it going? How are you? We're having a fun time over here. A level from Shadow Boxer Sandshrew tonight. 5 for complexity, 4 for execution. If y'all have questions or whatever, please feel free to ask. We're hanging out cheering on X Gamer. They have already got to the ending, and an unfortunate slip-up caused them to have to go back and try it again. But we believe, right? We always believe, that's what I like to hear. That is what I like to hear. Y'all have any fun weekend plans? Or just trying to beat the heat with an ice cream treat? Ooh, yo. Local ramen shop, that's where it's at. That sounds delightful. Oh, yikes. Yeah, that sounds unbearable. I'm sorry y'all have to deal with the heat. We're sweating it out over here too. I got the AC. Got 2 ACs on actually. Upstairs AC and a downstairs. Oh, yo, I'm doing well. Thanks for asking. I had a nice day out. Sky and I went to a local fair thing. I got my favorite big chewy pretzel. I love those big chewy pretzels. They're so good. From my favorite big chewy pretzel wagon. And went to a book sale at a library and picked up a whole giant box of books for collage. So now I have all kinds of material. I'm gonna sit at home, turn the AC on, cut up a lot of old books and glue them down. Make other pictures out of them. Mallow the cat got a brand new box. He was stoked about that. I kind of feel like it's sort of like a library terrorist, but they were going to the library is selling the books that they are getting rid of and going to throw away otherwise. So this is like last chance for someone to pick these books up. So like, I kind of read them before I cut them up, but I do kind of feel bad. Like, I'm like in a library and I'm like, I'm gonna buy these books and like take them home and like cut them up, turn them into paper collages. Like, oh, thanks for getting the books from the library. Like, oh, I'm gonna take these home and destroy them. I'm giving them new life. X Gamer though, trying to use their life wisely here. Oh, smart, yo, very smart. X Gamer ascending up the left side of that. Oh yeah? Thinking about it, eh? Okay. Oh, no. X-Gamer. X-Gamer, you be careful now. You be careful now. There you go. X-Gamer for the win. And that is a full clear in 101.16. Everybody all the way through. Fantastic work from everybody tonight. What a race. Good times. And I hope you really enjoyed it. Thank you. Thank you for hanging out tonight. We got it. You know, we could use some more racers. So you're welcome to hang out on the ROM Hack Races Discord server if you want to hang out, learn about new races, sign up for future races, and maybe play these levels for yourself. Thanks once again to the volunteers tonight. What's up, Dot, Citrus, Fen, Mason, Mithrillionaire, and of course, Shadowboxer, Sandshrew, and all the racers for putting on a great performance for us. We are good. We are clear. And I'm going to throw it over to Dot. You're able to raid. We can throw a raid over whenever you're ready. We're going to go say hey to Shavda. She is kind and wonderful, and I know you'll enjoy yourself. Go and follow the racers for a little more Kaizo action in your lives. And for my friends, I will see you back on my stream on Monday. Until then, keep it cool. I know it's hard in the heat, but do your best. You matter. Your thoughts matter. Your heart matters. Your feelings matter. You matter to other people in your lives. You matter to me as human beings. You matter to the internet's #1 Longboy Furret. And the people that matter to you in your lives would love to hear from you about that. We know Black Lives Matter, LGBTQIA+ lives matter, Indigenous lives matter, disabled, autistic, and plural lives matter, and you. Keep your head up, keep working hard, and we'll see you all again next week for another ROM Hack Race. Peace.